Good afternoon. My name is Ryan Lloyd. I'm the Indian River County Emergency Management Coordinator. I'd like to give just a quick weather update that was based on National Weather Service forecasts. Currently, Indian River County remains under a tropical storm warning until further notice. Indian River County is now under a tornado watch until 5 p.m. this afternoon. We've already experienced 2 tornado warnings today, one of which is set to expire right now at 2:30 p.m. A flood watch is in existence right now until Friday, September 30th, 2022 at 2 a.m. Later this afternoon, strong tropical force winds are expected in our county between 35 to 45 mile per hour winds with gusts up to 70 miles per hour. It's also possible that we could have some potential hurricane force winds depending on what the track of Hurricane Ian's post-landfall track is. These winds are expected to start today at approximately 2 p.m. and last through Thursday, tomorrow at 9 p.m. These times are approximate and tornado events obviously remain a significant threat. Indian River County is expected to receive an additional 2 to 4 inches of rainfall through the end of this Hurricane Ian storm event. Currently, we've already received between 6 and 8 inches. The Indian River County Emergency Operations Center is at a level 1 activation, and we have brought in part our law enforcement partners, fire rescue personnel, the Indian River County Health Department, Florida Power and Light, and also our amateur radio club. And these are just to name a few. These partners are all brought in together as a collaborative effort to be prepared for any sort of issues or disasters or impacts Indian River County may sustain. As a team, when an issue comes up, these groups of individuals come together to find solutions and to solve the problems. Each entity that's in this is in our EOC right now is dedicated to making our community as safe as possible and to get through this storm event with as minimal impacts as possible. Currently, the Emergency Operations Center has its Emergency Information Center activated. This is designed so that members of the public can call in with questions or concerns. It's open right now through 5 p.m. The number is 772-226-4000. Currently, Indian River County has 3 emergency shelters activated with approximately 67 people sheltering in place. These shelters are as follows. The Treasure Coast Elementary School, which is our special needs shelter, that is located at 8955 85th Street in Sebastian, Florida. That's also known as County Road 510. Liberty Magnet School is located at 6850 81st Street in Vero Beach, and that is our pet-friendly shelter. And then the Freshman Learning Center, which is located at 1507 19th Street in Vero Beach, that's our general population shelter. And with that, I'll go ahead and turn it over.
Good afternoon, everybody. Eric Flowers, Indian River County Sheriff. I want to thank the entire team that's inside working here at the EOC, as well as all the men and women, first responders that are out there on the streets right now, working hard to keep our community safe. A few things that we want to cover today. First and foremost, if you do not have to go out today, if you do not have to go out tonight or into tomorrow, please avoid the roadways. We have localized flooding in certain areas. You don't know how deep those areas are. Please avoid the roads unless you absolutely have to go out. There's no reason to be out driving around. I know there's curiosity. We'll try and put up as many videos and things that we can from our folks so you can see what's happening and see what's going on. We'd ask that you please stay inside, hunker down, and just get comfortable through the duration of this storm. We don't need any additional injuries for people just out joyriding or out sightseeing. Additionally, Ryan mentioned the 226-4000 number, 772-226-4000. Please do not call 911 to ask questions about the storm. Do not call in emergency, non-emergency. All the storm questions need to be directed to 772-226-4000. If you have an emergency, absolutely call 911. If you have a non-emergency event, we're still available to respond to those, but please keep those emergency lines open for people who actually need them. Additionally, I want to discuss bridge closures. There's been a lot of discussion about bridge closures. We put out a post recently explaining that a little bit more, but I'm sure there's folks who haven't seen that yet. It is our goal as a team here to not have to close those bridges. Under a normal storm tracking from the East Coast, we do an evacuation of the islands. And in this situation, we've not issued any evacuation orders. And so there are folks that are on that island who are over there, and it is not our intention to trap them on that island. So if something comes up where they are, moving about, we understand that. We know that you may have a need to get off the island for whatever reason, and we're going to do our best to keep those bridges open. However, that's not to say that there might not come a time during this storm where wind speeds reach a level where we do have to close them temporarily. And so we don't want folks worked up about that or nervous. We know that that causes a lot of panic. People get worried about bridge closures, and we just want to assure people we're going to do our best to keep those open as much and as long as we possibly can. The last thing I want to mention is the scams. We know that there are bad guys out there that take advantage of people during these times. People are under stress and people are concerned, and so they unfortunately often get scammed. First and foremost, we've already had discussions. I just mentioned the bridge closures. There are people out there who think that we issue passes, who think that they can buy a pass to get across the bridge. If someone is trying to sell you a pass, that is a complete and total scam. That is not real. Additionally, there are price gouging that happens during these storms. Prices go up. If you identify one of these, we'd ask that you direct that not to local law enforcement, but to Attorney General Ashley Moody's hotline. That number is 1-866-NO-SCAM, 1-866-NO-SCAM, 1-866-966-7226. They also have a No Scam app that you can download in your phone app store. Again, folks, be safe. Don't go out unless you absolutely have to. And I'll turn it over to County Administrator Jason Brown.
All right, thank you, Sheriff Flowers. Good afternoon. So this event, typically we associate hurricanes with wind. We are expecting to have tropical storm force winds with this hurricane. However, the big issue is rain. That's the major threat on this storm. As Ryan stated, we've received about 6 to 8 inches of rain that has caused some flooding in some localized areas. Most of that has receded as the rain has dropped off. Those drainage systems. County Road and Bridge staff has been out there evaluating and monitoring the situation and making any adjustments as needed. The drainage seems to be working. It's just overwhelmed with the substantial amount of rainfall in certain areas. Some of the low-lying areas that experience flooding are performing and experiencing some of that, but that does seem to be receding as we go. Crews are out there working and evaluating and making adjustments as needed. Remember that wet ground can cause trees to fall, culverts to fail, and can create potholes in roads. As the sheriff stated, you don't need to be out there driving around. Please stay home if you don't absolutely have to go out there. If for some reason you've got to go out, be careful. If there's standing water, you don't know what's under that standing water. There could be potholes, there could be other problems. Drive alert and just be careful and use good sense. Where everyone knows our fine residents of Indian River County are wise folks, and you know how to practice good sense and don't go out and take risks that you don't need to, and avoid those roadways where there is standing water. There have been some very minor power outages. I know FPL crews are out adjusting to those. Making changes, making repairs between the rain and the wind, and there's a very small number. If you do experience an outage, you can call 1-800-4-OUTAGE or report that on the FPL app or their website with your address, and that will help those folks get to you. Another roadway issue we have is 61st Street had a culvert failure between 58th Avenue and 66th Avenue that has been barricaded by Road and Bridge and will be repaired after the storm recedes. So post-storm, flash flooding risk remains high through late tomorrow and to Friday morning. A housekeeping business, garbage waste, which was suspended today, will also be suspended tomorrow. Will resume Friday. We will be suspending recycling collection for the rest of the week. So if your collection was supposed to be Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, we will get that picked up Friday or Saturday, and then next Monday we will resume normal operations for collection of garbage and recycling. The landfill and our customer convenience centers are expected to open at noon, and please check posted notices for updates. We have an announcement on our Facebook page about the garbage collection changes. And again, stay off the roads if possible. All the beaches are closed, not a good time to go out there and go swimming. Please stay away from that. And again, our citizen hotline is 772-226-4000. Please use that if you've got questions, non-emergency calls. Please do not use 911. Save that, keep that free for emergencies. So with that, thank you. We're available if you have any questions.
Has the county had to deploy any like water mitigation or pumps or anything to help mitigate any flooding yet, or?
The drainage systems are by and large working properly. We have not initiated any pumping at this time. The systems are only designed to handle so much water, and so the water will rise, and it's normal for some water in an event like this to stay around for a while, but the drainage systems overall by and large are working very well, and those waters should recede with time. Everything is working in good order.
Any other questions?
Is the county distributing any sandbags or anything for residents, or?
No, we're not distributing sandbags, and the time for preparation has passed, so we do not have sandbags. We just ask our residents to practice good sense, and those waters should begin receding as the rain subsides.
So obviously we know you don't drive in water where you can't see the bottom of it. Can you just stress the fact that anyone who is out there that doesn't know if they can get through a certain height of water, don't try it?
Yeah, better safe than sorry. Don't try to go through standing water. It's just an easy, simple rule. Don't try to go through there. You're going to regret it if you try to go through there and you can't make it. It's not worth the risk, and just really avoid going out there on the road if you don't have to be. And there's all kinds of hazards that can be not apparent if you have standing water. So just simply don't drive through it.
All right, guys.